How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another What of Tanks video. Now, today's festival fare is the M41D. Now, this tank is, well, I mean, look at it. It's a very nice looking tank. It is the Chinese Tier 8 light tank. Now, this tank is going for 6,800 gold. And I would say that's a pretty fair price for, the tank. It's actually a pretty nice tank. Now, right at the start, I'm going to say, yes, this is worth it to buy. Because it's relatively cheap, compared to the other tanks that we've seen. 6,800 gold is not, expensive compared to like, the 11,000 gold. So when you're automatically, when you're looking at this tank, you're then thinking, okay, this is actually, a reasonable price. Maybe I will actually look into this. Having said that, it is a light tank, so they are, of course, going to be cheaper. Now, straight away, you're going to compare it to the other Bulldogs. There are three in the game. There's going to be the M41 Walker Bulldog. There's going to be the M41 90mm. Now, of course, these are also two different nations. You've got the M41 Walker Bulldog being an American and the M41 90 being the German tank. Also, you're going to see that there's a lot of green on the M41D. However, this gun is basically the same as the Walker Bulldogs, apart from the fact that it's just better. It's just flat out better than it. Everything about this tank's gun is just better than the M41 Walker Bulldogs. As you can see, it's even pretty much better than the Tech Tree tank as well. The only thing that the Tech Tree tank actually has on this tank is that it's got better gun elevation and a bit more damage per shot. But of course, you're then going to lose a lot of rate of fire. So overall, your DPM is going to be worse. Power to weight ratio is where it kind of falls behind. I mean, 25 weight, it's not, it's not too far ahead of them, but it is the heaviest tank. And it doesn't have the best engine power, so the specific power to weight is only going to be 31. Now, having said that, only 31 means that it's miles ahead of the M4190. And it's a bit ahead of the Tech Tree tank, but it's not quite that M41 Walker Bulldog's power to weight of 34. Now, this, honestly, 31, you're not going to notice the difference mostly between 34 and 31, so it's not going to make any difference. However, the difference being between 31 and 21 is going to be quite substantial. Top speed wise, 65 and 22 in reverse. Yeah, you're basically matching all these other tanks. Bit fast on the M41 Walker Bulldog, and you're not quite getting that 72, nearly 73 miles an hour top speed of the M4190. But as we've said, this tank is not very fast at getting to that top speed. So you're going to beat it off the line, but then eventually it will overtake you. Traverse speed wise, that's not, they're all basically the same. View range is 10 meters behind the M41 and the M4190. Now it does get better view range than its Tech Tree counterpart, but I mean 390 is fine. You're easily going to be putting coated optics on this tank and just, getting that view range all the way up. So, I mean, just look at the stats. They're insane. 9 degrees of gun depression as well. We were only 1 degree behind the M41 Bulldog. This tank is very nice. And would I recommend it? Yeah. I tell you right now, I mean, this tank, for what it's priced at, it's worth it. If you're in the market for a Chinese light tank and you've been waiting for one of these, then just get it. It's a very nice tank. Even the aiming time's good on it. There's nothing that's not to like about this tank. If you haven't gone down the Chinese light tanks, then would I still recommend it? Yes. If this is going to be your, light tank to try and make some credits, then yeah. I mean, yes, there is the LT432 in the game, let's be honest, and that thing is insane. This tank is not a bad tank, and it's very nice for what, you're paying for. So if you did enjoy this video, then you know what to do, and I'll see you all in a bit.